Hello everyone, this is Morpheus and I'm back. Upon further inspection I realized that the last video wasn't as long as I actually thought it was, so we're gonna finish up those weapons today for sure. I got another set on. It's the black set. A famous magician in the game wears it, and I figure it's fitting since we've gotten two magic weapons, which are pretty awesome and can cast some pretty useful spells. A lot of people hate spell use in this game, but I'm not an elitist. I think it's just fine. So, that's besides the point. Let's get to these descriptions. Whoops, didn't mean to take my weapon off there. Man, I do that all the time. Okay. Staff of Amana. Staff held by a priestess of Amana. A ritual staff that was not intended for use in battle, but nevertheless, it functions as a catalyst for sorceries and hexes. The demon was contained within the shrine by sacred rituals, but over time, the tradition was lost, and the demon set free. It gained knowledge and learned to lure humans into his lair using song. Archdrake Staff. Staff of members of the Archdrake sect of Lindell. A catalyst for sorceries and hexes. And Lindelt, known for his clerics and their miracles. Sorcery is believed to be a profane practice. But as with anything, such beliefs are part faith and part front, and the staff was born of that hypocrisy. Sunset Staff. A staff said to have been forged in Aldia. A catalyst for sorceries and hexes, particularly powerful for casting hexes. The mysterious Aldia secluded himself inside a manor to conduct various experiments. Those invited to the manor disappeared, replaced over time with malformed beasts that roamed its halls. Cleric's Sacred Chime. Most clerics receive this as their first sacred chime, catalyst for miracles and hexes. To use miracles, equip the sacred chime and attune a miracle at a bonfire. The strength of most miracles is affected by the caster's faith. So this is different than staffs, but there are two magic types in the game. Magic and miracles. So this is a staff and this is a chime. See, I don't have any miracles attuned, so but this is a staff and this is a chime. So dragon chime, a sacred chime shaped as a dragon, a catalyst for miracles and hexes. This chime sat long in a dark chasm, but still one senses a sublime purity. Only those with the deepest faith can wield this chime. They will be rewarded with greatly amplified spells. Archdrake Chime. Sacred chime used by members of the Archdrake sect of Lindell. The land of Lindell is governed by stringent laws, and those who dare defy them are punished without mercy. It is often sinful, the sinful who speak piety, spurred only by a selfish desire for salvation. Idol's Chime, sacred chime of Lycia of Lindell, a catalyst for miracles and hexes. In any town, there will be a few folk with unusual urges. They either endeavor to resist these urges or act upon them without us in times of tragedy. But some believe that she is a demoness that guides us toward misfortune. Now we're on ranged weapons. Short bow, the type of small bow used by hunters in training. Equip up to 2 types of arrows to give yourself immediate options in battle. Use arrows to hit enemies from afar to gain the upper hand by drawing first blood. This one in particular is imbued with lightning. Short bow, another one the same description. Composite bow, a bow crafted from various materials. Inflicts more damage than ordinary bows, but has a shorter range, making it unfit for sniping. Bellkeeper bow, wooden bow used by bellkeepers, very light and requiring hardly any strength. The bells symbolize forbidden love. The bellkeepers, their faithful guardians, ever ready to annihilate trespassers. They will stand watch forever and ever. These determined, if ill-fated, marionettes. Dragon Rider bow, another Dragon Rider weapon. Bow wielded by the Dragon Riders, King Vendrick's royal guard. Merely drawing this bow requires inhuman strength, but each shot has deadly potential, demands great skill of his wielder, and does serve to test the worthiness of those who aspire to join the Dragon Riders. Heavy crossbow, a large crossbow that deals heavy damage. Equip bolts to use. Unlike bows, a crossbow can be held in one hand. Equip up to 2 types of bolts to give yourself immediate options in battle. Binoculars. Binoculars are used to peer at distant sights, equipped in place of a weapon to use. A rare tool crafted in Vulcan. These won't help you in battle, but with a little creativity, can be put to good use. Now this game is unique in the sense that it doesn't hold your hand with items like the binoculars. You have to figure out a use for them, and the greatest use I found for them is aiming spells from a distance. So let's just aim away from any people, so that'll get us in trouble. So I'll cast a spell, alright? Wrong spell. Okay, Soul Vortex. Right. And now we'll use binoculars and aim it. Alright. And it'll usually go precisely where you aim it. It's not a great example I just did just then, but to a lot of people who don't necessarily play this game, they are useful. Every item has a use in this game, whether it be subtle or obvious, and this is one of the more subtle items. Small leather shield. Small leather covered shield, pardon me. Particularly traditional type of small shield. Small shields are very light and easy to use, but not very stable when attacking. So, as you'll see, very, very small shield. And it's good for riposting, which is deflecting attacks and being able to counter. But as you can see, very small shield. Alright. Target shield. Small metal shield with protrusions. Small shields are very light and easy to use, but are not very stable when attacked. The protrusions on the center of design suggests a foreign origin. Lightweight despite its iron construction, and sturdy despite its small size, but not sufficient to protect one from real danger. Foot soldier shield. A small shield used by Dranlayer foot soldiers. A clearly makeshift shield that does not offer significant defense. The only advantage of this shield is that it makes parrying easier. Golden Falcon Shield. Small shield used by Vogan falconers. Appears like a glistening gold falcon from afar. Domestic Vogan soldiers are infamously timid, so it is no wonder that the fierce band of mercenary falconers was hired to compensate. The falconers are rumored to be untrusting of others and demanding of prompt, full payment, but no wonder they deliver so much more than they are paid and are well aware of it. This shield is really cool looking. Check it out. It's a falcon. Look at that. That's so cool. Doesn't look like it'll protect you from anything at all, really. Except for if you parry, but just look at it. It's cool enough, right? I think it's pretty awesome. Get a little sun on it, yeah. Look at that. Alright. Cleric's Parma. A Parma used by clerics on pilgrimage. Enchanted with a somewhat fragile blessing that allows spells to be deflected by parrying. Unfortunately, the shield provides very little physical defense, and is more of a lucky charm than a proper shield. Now in this game, spells tend to go straight through shield defense a little bit so they can stop you from taking full damage from spells, but with this shield, you can actually block a spell by parrying. It's useful once you practice. Cleric's Small Shield. A small shield used by clerics on pilgrimage, enchanted with somewhat fragile blessing that allows spells to be deflected by parrying. Specially crafted to provide extra durability and some level of physical defense. This one is a little different. Has better physical defense. That's it. Now we're on the large shields, which I'll equip so you can see the difference in size. Right? See, so that's a larger shield, that's a smaller one. Now this one is still relatively small as far as large shields go, but you can tell it's obviously bigger. Alright. Large leather shield. A leather covered shield, preferred by hunters. Inferior to metal shields in terms of stability and physical damage reduction, but easy to use and weighing so little that it hardly requires any strength to bear. Blue wooden shield. Wooden shield used from ancient times. Inferior to metal shields in terms of stability and physical damage reduction. But easy to use and weighing so little that it hardly requires any strength. Old Knight Shield. An undead ancient shield, wielded by a warrior from a time so ancient that there exists no record of his endeavors. Has extremely low durability, like all Old Knight items. Dranlayer Shield. Captain Drummond's shield. Even with its embossing terribly worn, the shield exudes pride and authority. An heirloom passed from grandfather to father, and then from father to son. Drummond and those before him held the shield when facing those who would threaten their great land. Moon Butterfly Shield. Shield depicting the moon butterfly, a decorative shield not intended for battle, but effective at poisoning foes. Little is known about the moon butterfly, which only appears on full moons, nights, and winter. Some say the butterfly is a magical being, and its larvae have never once been spotted. This shield is really cool. Look at that. Looks just like a butterfly, doesn't it? And I was gonna save this outfit for uh, another video, which I'll still make. But the moon butterfly set is pretty awesome. Um, Awesome in the sense that it causes poison just from being in the vicinity of it, which is one of the reasons why I have brought myself all the way over here, because the non-playable characters can be poisoned just from being in the vicinity of you wearing this set. It's great for PvP because it makes the enemy reluctant to come near you while fighting. So I just had to show that. Now I'm going to take it off just in case I actually wander over to any of the NPCs. I don't want to cause any beef. And let's put on some clothes because we can't just be naked. That's just weird, huh? Alright. Almost there, guys and gals. Alright, here we are. Check that shield out. That's pretty cool looking, huh? Silverback shield. A silverback shield imbued with the power of dark. The equipment of wardens of the undead crypt are soaked in its darkness and permeated by its power. The grave wardens are said to know the name of every guest who rests in the crypt, no matter how long they have been with them. Slumbering Dragon Shield. Shield of the Archdrake sect of Lindo. Represents a slumbering dragon as intended for use in covert rituals. The fools who woke the slumbering dragon earn not only its ire, but also the destruction of an entire country. The survivors buried their wrongdoings in the past and, in a show of terrible conceit, attempted to make amends by carrying on the knowledge of the wasted land. Chaos Shield. Shield of darkness and chaos. Once a brilliant young sorcerer cast away his earthly desires, devoting himself entirely to the dark that bewitched him. Nebulous, inky, and serene, the dark holds an allure matched only by the fear it strikes in men's hearts. Could it be nature holding a mirror to mankind? Wooden shield. A long wooden shield. Its face features a lion. Its wooden construction makes it lightweight and easy to use, but as a shield, it's inferior to its metal counterparts. Watch Dragon Parma. A shield decorated by intertwined dragons. The black and white contrast depicts the ebb and flow of the fate of all things living, and the serpentine dragons that watch over the march of time. The bearer of this shield will be blessed by great fortune in battle. Except, of course, the person I took it from. Blossom Kite Shield. A rare shield depicting a blossoming flower that soothes the weary heart of its bearer. What makes flowers beautiful and wide? Are we comforted when we gaze upon them? Sadly, the flower depicted on the shield went extinct long ago. Twin Dragon Great Shield. A wooden great shield featuring twin dragons. Quite light for the size of the shield. One requires strength to handle a great shield, but they are very stable. In battle, one fights using shield bash instead of parrying. So, you see these shields are a tad bigger, and instead of parrying, you actually bash the enemy, and then they give great defense though. So, it's an option depending on how you play. Tower shield, a metal great shield, very heavy and requiring great strength to handle, but provides excellent defense. One requires strength to handle a great shield. They are very stable. In battle, one fights using shield bash instead of parrying. Gurm Great Shield. A great shield used by the nomadic Gurm. Appears to be a stone monument that was converted into a makeshift shield. Naturally, it's quite heavy and haphazardly crafted, but very few attacks will make it past this monster. Pursuer's Great Shield. For those who can handle the weight of the shield, it offers resistance to curses. The pursuer hunts down those branded by the curse, as if each undead soul that he claims will atone for one of his sins. Orma's Great Shield. Now let's look at this monster. It's huge, and if you have two of them put together, they connect. It's kind of cool. Shield of the knights who long ago attempted to conquer the undead crypt. They bore no weapons, only a shield split into left and right halves, which they used to playfully crush their foes until their corpses were kneaded beyond recognition. The engraving depicts two messengers from hereafter who welcome the recently dead by reviewing the merits of their deeds in life. Dragon Rider Great Shield. Great Shield of Dragon Riders. King Vendrick's Royal Guard. The rank of Dragon Rider was reserved for honorable warriors who helped found Draenlig together with the king. They crushed his former inhabitants and erected a magnificent kingdom upon their graves. Rebel's Great Shield. Shield of the Rebel Ram, or Ram, depending on how you pronounce it. Ram and Velstadt were known as the left and right arms of the king, until their wills clashed, and Ram was deemed a traitor. The Black Raven is despised as an augur of death, but it was Ram's favorite bird. Wicked Eye Shield, Great Shield. A great shield with an unsettling design, covered in the prints of countless hands. The true origin of this shield is unknown. No amount of polish can clear its face of the mysterious handprints. Look at that. And I think that's it. Yep, we've come full circle. And a hell of a weapon to end it on, right? Alright, so I am considering doing spell descriptions in the next video. And by doing that, we'll be chilling here at this nice, comfy bonfire. You see that? Next to the Emerald Hero. So, if anybody's interested in those, I got tons. Spells, miracles, pyromancies, all of that. So, that'll probably be the next video I do. Please leave a like, since YouTube has that new algorithm. It'll help me out a lot. But more than anything, I am open to comments to let me know what people like, what you don't like, and what I can do to make this channel better. Because that's my main goal. So thank you for watching. For those of you with me, those who subscribe, appreciate you greatly. And as always, rest well. And this is Morpheus signing out.